Hey everyone, I'm Nikita and you're watching Alohomora Tarot, where we try to unlock our best lives with the help of the wisdom of the tarot and oracle decks. I hope all of you are keeping safe and healthy and are able to spend most of your time secure with your family. For today's pick a card reading, I have chosen at random 3 keywords: choose, dream, and moving. You can pause the video and choose the pile that you're most drawn to or feel connected to and skip ahead to the timestamp given in the description box or in the comment section below. You can also listen to a small brief of my interpretations of these keywords to help you choose. Either way will help, and you should always go with your gut feeling. Pile number 1. Choose. This pile is for anyone who is facing a difficult choice or a fork in the road. It's also the pile for you if you're feeling as if a situation is demanding you to choose between a rock and a hard place, and you can't see any other option. Choose pile number 1 if your key problem involves a choice. Pile number 2 is dream. This pile is for anyone who is trying to understand how to go about making a certain dream or a goal come to reality. Basically, how to manifest a particular dream of yours. You could also choose this pile if you're unsure of a certain dream or desire of yours and are thinking whether it's worth manifesting or wishing for or working towards. Choose pile number 2 if your problem involves dreams, wishes, or goals. And then we come to pile number 3. Pile number 3 is moving. Moving is the pile for anyone who is going through a transition in life, moving from one stage to the next. This pile is also for those who are fearful of changes that they are having to face. Moving can also indicate moving on or being liberated from something, someone, or a situation. So choose pile number 3 if any of those issues are connecting with you. With that out of the way, I'll see you in the readings. Okay, welcome to pile number 1. If you chose the keyword choose, then this is the reading for you. We'll just take out a few tarot cards first. We have the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the 8 of Wands. This is very interesting. A little closer look for you. Well, clearly you have a problem with choice. This is very clearly shown by the 2 of Wands. You are having a world of options to choose from and literally are pondering which one is going to get you the abundance that you want. So clearly this time is a fork in the road for you. You have to decide what road to take. I'm also seeing a lot of wands, like there are 2 wand cards over here. So wands is a suit that depicts action. It depicts action, thought which is put into action in reality in the practical world. So there is it's very clear that an action needs to be taken over here. And this choice is something which is very incumbent on you right now. But the key difference over here is that there is the Suit of Cups right in the middle, which shows that the heart is at the heart of the matter. You have to go as per your heart's desire. You should choose joy. And with the Three of Cups, you can see that there are people who are raising their cups as if in a toast. So you have to choose joy, but it's also maybe choosing collaboration and teamwork. The other thing that this card represents to me is asking friends and family about their opinions, maybe asking even your colleague. So if you consult someone else, you will be in a better place, you will be able to make a better decision, a more informed decision. You can use them as a sounding board and pro and con your decision with them. The card also shows that your decision could affect many others. So be careful, take their viewpoints into consideration, consult them, and with consensus go ahead. Lastly, we come to the Eight of Wands card, which shows a lot of movement and very fast paced movement. So what this is telling me is that we should not be hasty with this decision. Take your time, dwell on it, see if time gives you another perspective. Once you decide, things are going to move fairly quickly, so you should be prepared for that. But do not be hasty. Just take your time in making your decision. Let's bring out some more clarifier cards out for you. This is from a separate suit, the suit of the deck is called the Good Tarot. So over here we have the Seven of Fire and the Queen of Fire. Again, this is the Wand suit. So as we had seen earlier, there are two wand cards and then there are two more over here. So clearly action is being prioritized over here. It's being shown as there needs to be an action taken now. So the Seven of Wands basically tells me that you should not be defensive in your choice. Do not expect that there is going to be foul play. Do not be defensive, as in do not be in that mindset where you think you are bargaining for losing it all. You are not. This particular choice has to be made in a much more happier and optimistic frame of mind, and defensiveness is only going to make it worse for you. You will not be clear-headed while making this choice. So expect fair play. Expect the fact that there will be good faith, that whomever you're dealing with is going to play fair. And then we come to the Queen of Wands. So the choice is right now given to you to prepare and plan. Make all of your preparations in your mind. Just list out the things that you need, the things that you have got already, what you need to get more, any further resources that you need to get more. Think about all of these things and put a plan of action down on paper. That would help you the most, because once there is a plan, you will be able to make the choice. So this sense of preparedness, of having all your ducks in a row, is also being reflected by the Seven of Wands. I think both of these cards are telling you that you should consult as much as possible with other people and put forth a plan. That is going to help your choice. That is going to help you make the choice. Now let's get an oracle card in for you, just to see what the universe is guiding you with, what the universe's message is towards this choice. And the universe's message is to turn on the light. Such a beautiful card. With turn on the light, it's basically telling me that you have to focus more on the pros rather than the cons. You have to be in a very optimistic spirit to make the choice. Don't make the choice in a defensive mode. That is very clearly reflected over here, and this card is telling you the same. Turn on the light, turn on the spotlight over the things that bring you joy. So if you are pro and conning your choices, your options, what this card is telling you is that you have to choose with your heart and with your spirit. That is what this card is telling you. That you should choose with your spirit and not your ego. You should focus on the light and not the shadows. Do not choose out of fear. Do not choose out of defensiveness. Turn on the light and choose out of joy. So think more about what you will gain rather than what you risk to lose. That is what the cards are telling you. And lastly, we'll bring in some Zodiac oracle cards, because I find that they really help in understanding the energy that we are supposed to be in, the mindset that we are supposed to be in for this issue. So first we have Taurus, and second we have Cancer. Two really beautiful cards over here. I'm sorry, there's a bit of a glare from the light, so I'll hold up the cards again. Yeah. So Taurus is a very practical, very earthy, very grounded card. It's a sign which is very steeped into the physical reality of being. So it basically talks about being prepared again. It talks about getting your ducks in a row. It talks about resources. It talks about finding out what you need for this choice and making it happen. That is what it talks about. It talks about getting everything ready. And on the other side, we have Cancer. Cancer being a water sign, being the first of the water signs, and it is a motherly, nurturing vibe. So again, it is talking about choosing from the heart, the thing that we have been finding throughout the reading, that you have to choose from the heart, you have to choose from joy, And that is what it is talking about, that whatever choice you make, it will be your baby. So the other aspect that it is talking about is that you have to nurture this choice, you have to mother it in to reality. So whatever it is, it will be your baby. So there is also a sense that you should be very comfortable with the outcome, with whatever the consequences are. So don't choose out of fear. Bring in the light of your spirit into your being. Choose out of joy. Choose out of what will help you gain more success, or gain more joy, or bring in more abundance. Think on a very optimistic level. Do not think out of fear. Bring in other people, bring in their opinions, bring in their consensus, and make a decision, because your decision will affect others, not only yourself. So you have to be very, very careful, and you have to understand that your decision is going to affect others. So you will be held responsible. So I don't want to put a fear in you, but you will be, accountable for this decision, because it's going to be your baby. So that is what the cards are telling me. And lastly, I would like to leave you with an affirmation. So I'm just going to shuffle here and just pick one out of random, so that you are left with an affirmation that will help you get through things. Okay. All right. So this is the affirmation for you that is coming. My body is filled with healing energy. And let's get another one out. Okay, there was one that fell. I have the power to create the life I desire. These are your two affirmations. My body is filled with healing energy, and I have the power to create the life I desire. And so we come to the end of the reading. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope you found the answers that you were looking for. If you did, please give the video a big thumbs up. Drop in a comment about which part of the video most resonated with you, and do hit that subscribe button for more such videos. Until next time, love and light. Take care. Namaste. Okay, welcome pile number 2. If you chose the keyword dream, then this is the reading for you. We'll first take out some tarot cards. Okay, so we have the King of Swords, then we have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Wands. This is very interesting that in a reading about dreams, we have not got a cup energy. The Suit of Cups, which represents the emotions, is not present in this reading. We have got every other suit, the swords, the pentacles, and the wands. So that's very interesting. What it tells me right away is that there is a very practical and cerebral energy over here right now. It involves a lot of thinking, a lot of analysis, and a lot of planning. That's what the swords, the pentacles, and the wands is talking about. The King of Swords is a very analytical person. He is very practical, he is very objective, logical, he's fair, and he's assertive. He is also, he's the person who puts the brain above the heart. It's mind over feelings. So there is a very logical and a very practical aspect to this King of Swords, and that is what is coming out. Next we come to the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is also a very practical, very cautious, dependable, reliable young person. It could be a man, it could be a woman, but this person is very reliable, very cautious, and is a person who is willing to work hard. So right off the bat, we are seeing that there is an indication of working towards your dreams, of putting in the effort and the hard work into realizing your dreams. And then we have the Ten of Wands, which is a card of burden. If you see, this man is carrying all of this burden all alone. He is not sharing the load with someone else. So what this card is telling me is that you should not go solo. Don't go solo. Don't overburden yourself. Ask for help and help will arrive. Look for a support system. Look for a place where you can delegate, where you can offload something. So the King of Swords is telling me that you have to be analytical, you have to think it through, you have to plan out your dream, how to get to your dreams. The Page of Pentacles is telling me that you have to be hardworking, you have to be very practical, down to earth. And the Ten of Swords is telling me that you have to delegate, you have to look for a support system and probably look for a sense of companionship, of a teamwork in trying to realize your dreams. Okay, so let's get you some more tarot cards. Four of Air, that's the Four of Swords. Again, no there are no cups in this reading, which is very interesting. And we have the Justice card, which again, although it's a major arcana, it again talks about a lot of cerebral, very logical thinking. It's again mind over heart, and she has a sword as well. So we are not getting anything of the heart. So there's no impulsive nature that is being shown. There's no spontaneity. What the Four of Swords is telling, or the Four of Air is telling us, is retract, go back within, reflect, contemplate, put the seed of the idea in your mind and let it grow into a fully formed plan. This is a time for reflection, for contemplation. So as much as you can think and logically analyze, you will be able to make this dream come true. You have to think on a very practical aspect. And the second thing that is coming forth is that of the Justice card. So justice, basically, this card comes up when you are talking about fairness, ethics, being in balance, accountability. So the other light that this particular card is bringing is that there has to be a commitment to your own truth and values, and that probably is also being shown by the King of Swords along with the Justice, that you have to commit to your own truth, to your values, to your truth. Be true to yourself, because this dream is yours. It is no one else's, and you should not be expecting other people to get your dream. It's not for them to get. It is for you to realize it and manifest it into reality. Other people might say that your dream is a pipe dream. It might be an illusion, that you'll never be able to, make it work. But what the cards are telling me is that if you put in the thought, if you make a plan, if you stick to the plan, you put in your hard work, you are able to reach out for help and ask for help, and you are able to make a plan from start to finish and follow it, and all the while you stay true to yourself, your own truth, your own dreams, then this dream is going to become a reality. So do not question the worthiness of this dream. That is what the Justice card and the King of Swords are telling me. Commit to the truth of your dream on your own self. Commit to it. Now let's take an oracle card. We'll just add one in to try and get some more clarity. And here we have, take bite-sized steps. Such a beautiful card, and it's so amazing. I mean, up till now the reading that we have been getting is about this, about planning for your dreams, planning for your goals and getting it there, fully committing to the value of your dream. And how do you do it? How do you do it? Is by taking bite-sized steps, approaching it one step at a time. What this card also tells me is that create daily tasks. Like if you have a big goal, maybe to lose, say, quite a few kilos or pounds by a certain time, make it into smaller pieces. Like target losing a few kilos or a pounds every month, and then break it down even more to daily tasks. Like, I'm going to eat a balanced meal every day. I'm not going to indulge in sweets and sugar and processed foods. I'm going to drink my daily quota of water. I'm going to put in so much activity, and I am going to exercise this much. Just break it down to the minutest steps, daily tasks that you can do, because with small sized increments, they do not feel that threatening as a big dream or a goal seems. A big dream or a goal can be, it can be scary because of the size of that dream, just the humongous amount of effort that you have to put in. Because of that, you could get scared, you could get overwhelmed. So break it down into tiny steps, break it down into small portions, and you will be able to daily, you will just put one step after the other, and you will be there before you know it. Small increments which are not so threatening. That's how you run the mile, and that's how you get to your goals. Lastly, let's get in some let's get in some Zodiac oracle cards, because I really feel that they tell us the energy that we have to be in. I find them really exciting and very illuminating in that aspect, as per the energy that we have to be in. So the first card is the energy of water. It's a beautiful card. I mean, look at that illustration. It's so beautiful. And if you see, for a water card, all of the streams of water in this card, all of them are controlled. The streams and the flow of water is controlled. So it means that you have to be, while you have to be creative and open, you have to go with the flow. So water talks about going with the flow, and going with the flow also means connections, because water connects us. I mean, upstream, whether you live upstream or downstream, water is the thing that connects us. It's also, if you take it like the water life cycle of water, right? The water is in the ground, and then it's pumped up, and then we use it, and then it's discarded, it goes back into the ground, it goes to the sea, it becomes the rain, it comes back to the ground. So there's this whole cyclical nature of water, and what it is telling me is that what you will reap is what you sow. So go with the flow, be creative, be open, because you never know where you will end up flowing to, and you will just end up going downstream to your goal. But it is also talking about connection and fairness and being equitable in your connections. Again, I feel the water connects very well with the card of justice and the King of Swords, that because water is such a connecting energy, it connects you to Mother Earth as well. I feel this water energy is also talking about connecting with other people, being open, making decisions that will, be fair to them also. And lastly, we have Venus. Look at that card. It's so beautiful. I just can't get over how beautiful these cards are. The artwork is brilliant. So Venus talks about attraction. And if you look at attraction, it is basically what you prioritize, what you value. So that is what Venus is. It talks about attraction. You can see she's very attractive, but the fact that you call her attractive, call this lady attractive, is because we put in, as society or as ourselves, we put in a priority of maybe saying that, okay, slender women are beautiful. So it talks about your values, what you value, what do you prioritize. Can you prioritize your dream? Can you make it a priority for you? Can you value your dream? This is what this card is asking of you. Because if you are able to value your dream, you will be able to put in everyday efforts, everyday minute bite-sized efforts, because it is a long way to go to realize your dream. But you need to understand the value of it and commit to it fully, so that you can take these bite-sized steps. And sooner or later, you will realize your dream. With that, we come to the end of the reading. I would love to take out a beautiful affirmation for you that you can think about. It might or may not resonate with you, so let's just shuffle these. And okay, I'll take this one. Oh, you have got two. Okay, so the first affirmation is, I am capable of amazing things. Yes, you are capable. You are capable of your dreams. You are capable of amazing things. And I will celebrate my small wins. That goes so well with this. Take bite-sized steps. Wow, pile 2, I find so much resonance and so much synchronicity in your reading. I have truly enjoyed this, and I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have. I hope you have found the answers you were looking for. And if you liked this reading, please do give the video a big thumbs up. Tell me about which part of the reading most resonated with you down in the comment section below. And do hit that subscribe button for more such videos. Until next time, love and light. Take care. Namaste. Okay, pile number 3, welcome. If you chose the keyword moving, then this is the reading for you. Let's get some tarot cards in. First, we have the 8 of Swords, the 6 of Swords, and the 3 of Swords. This is amazing. We have got only one suit over here. The swords. And basically what it first up in the first card it tells me is that this is a problem in your mental plane. It's a problem in your thoughts, in you are being troubled by your thoughts, you are being there's a lot of pain in your thoughts recently. So that's what the cards are telling me first up. So let's go over them one by one. The 8 of Swords. What this card tells me is that you're feeling trapped. There is a feeling of helplessness right now. You are feeling trapped, you are feeling bound, you feel like you can take no action. And if you see, it's quite true. This lady is bound and she's blindfolded, but her legs are free and she has some way to walk. She can get out of this prison of thoughts that she has built for herself. So what it also makes me think about is that there are a lot of helpless thoughts, limiting beliefs in your mind. There's an inner critic which is tying you to this particular place or this situation, and there is some kind of a victim narrative, a victim mentality that is there. Or it could even be excuses that you are making up excuses for why you cannot free yourself from this very open prison. So we have that. And then we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords, very right off the bat, it talks about travel, it talks about transition. But what it is also talking about is mental healing. It's talking about retreating to your safe space. It's talking about finding support and moving out. It's talking about ending something which has been destructive. What the Six of Swords also tells me is that it could not mean moving as in moving physically, but it could also mean that you are gaining a psychological distance from the problem. You could be detaching yourself from the pain and seeing it from a distant vantage point. And that distant vantage point could be relief from this pain. Sorry. And the last card is the Three of Swords, which is quite evident. There has been loss, there has been sorrow, betrayal, rejection, and that is what you are trying to move on from. But what the cards that are up as yet, that what they are telling me is that this has been there has been some necessary sacrifice already made, and that sacrifice was needed because you needed this release from these limiting beliefs, or maybe this relationship, or maybe the situation that you feel trapped in. You need to release yourself. You need to mentally release yourself so that you can grow and mature. Because if you see pain as such, pain is a big motivator for change. We usually do not change our situations until we face something painful. So pain, how I like to put it is that pain is the rush of information, rush of too much information in too little a time. And that is what is pain, that feeling of being overwhelmed, because there is so much new information and our minds can't process it, because we are still stuck in the past, in the way that we thought things were going to be. So pain is something that helps you to grow, to mature, because if without pain we do not really make changes in our lives, and we do not grow. Okay, so let's pull out two more clarifier cards. The first one is Six of Water. Very interesting. Or the Six of Cups. And then we have the Strength card. Beautiful energy is coming out. So the Six of Cups, the Six of Water, basically what it tells me is that you have to get in touch with your inner child. Tune in to your inner child, because your inner child has a lot of grace, a lot of innocence, a lot of forgiveness, which will help you to get out of this pain. There's a lot of kindness, a generosity of spirit that is there. There is gratitude, there is thankfulness in this card. And another thing that this card is telling me is that you could also maybe think back on your memories, or talk to someone who is elder, someone with experience, who could give you some kind of guidance on how to move on from this particular situation. This card could also talk about beautifying your home, and when beautifying, the words that come to mind is more about simplicity and authenticity. It's about being true to yourself, becoming or coming into your own grace, into your own forgiveness, and moving on with gratitude. It is saying thanks for the pain that you have suffered, so that you have learned the lessons that were needed to be learned. And then we have the Strength card. The Strength card is, if you see over here, there is the beast and the woman. So it talks about taming the beast within and achieving the higher consciousness of mankind. So what it means is no longer holding grudges. It talks about, how those instinctive urges that come within us, that we need revenge, we need to, right things that have gone wrong, and we need to, make the other person acknowledge that they are in the wrong, or they are sorry. There is a bit of a fight or a flight kind of a thing with the beast. But the woman is full of love and compassion. She does not face her adversary with knives or swords or anything. She is facing her adversary not with fear or with anger. She is facing her adversary with love and compassion. So it's talking a lot about inner strength. It's talking about survival. It's talking about courage. And both these cards put together, both the Six of Water and Strength, both of them put together, they are talking about how you probably need to move on by detaching yourself from the situation emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And it is also talking about forgiveness, grace, and gratitude, because it's only with forgiveness and with grace that we truly move on. If you have grudges, if you're holding on to regrets, if you're holding on to remorse or some kind of a grudge, then you are still connected to the situation and you're not moving on. You are not reaching the place of relief. Let's bring in an oracle card for you to shed some more light. You are not afraid. Oh, what a beautiful card to come in to the reading, and it totally makes sense for with the cards that we have taken as of now. You are not afraid. This card reminds me of the story of David and Goliath. How David just overcame Goliath by just slinging rocks at him, while Goliath was all armored up and ready to fight with a sword and a spear. So you are not afraid. What this card tells me is also making the best of what you have got. If you see, I mean, he has a sword, he has a spear and a shield, but David over here has just got, a catapult. Yeah, a catapult. So the catapult helps him to stay away from Goliath and fight the good fight. So what it is telling you is face up to your fear, because if you face up to your fear, many a times we find that there are no monsters where we think there were. It's only darkness. It's only the mind which is creating an illusion over there, which is creating the monsters in the dark corners or under the bed. If you go with courage, most of the times you find that there was no monster worth fighting. And if you are not afraid of the situation, you are not afraid of the consequences of the fight. And when you are not afraid is only when you are able to move on. Okay, so last two cards, I'm bringing out the Zodiac Oracle cards because I really love these cards. They bring out such beautiful messages of the energies that we are supposed to be in, that we are supposed to think of and come from to overcome our issues. So the first card is Capricorn and the second card is Aquarius. We have Capricorn and Aquarius. Very interesting. And the thing that I wanted to show was, I'll just keep this to the side, because we have two sixes over here, the Six of Swords and the Six of Water, that is Six of Cups. We have two eights over here, that is the Eight of Swords and the Strength card, which is also an 8. I'm sorry, I'm really messing all this up. And we have two tens over here. One is the 10, you are not afraid, and Capricorn. So, I mean, for those of you who are numerologically inclined, I just wanted to point those out. Okay, so let's take Capricorn. Capricorn is one of the most resourceful and practical energies. One of the most determined and practical and resourceful energies in the zodiac. And what it is telling me is that you have to be determined to move on, because that is the only way you will be able to get to a place where you are no longer trapped in that same illusion, where you are not afraid. And like the resourcefulness of David over here, Capricorn is also talking about resourcefulness. So be determined, spin gold from straw, use the resources at your behest to move on from this situation. Make use of the support system that you have, make use of the advices that you have got already. Make use of all the tools at your disposal, whether they be your friends, your family, writing a journal, whatever it is. Make use of these things so that you are able to move on. And get creative. Get creative in your efforts to move on. Try something new. Try something new like journaling, like joining a support group, or maybe, reaching out to someone who has faced these problems already, like we had seen in the Six of Cups. So try and talk to people who have already gone through this, because wild idea, if they have gone through this, so can you. And the best way is that they know the way out and they would be able to help you out. Okay, so we come to the last bit of the reading. I will try and get a little affirmation for you out. Okay, so these two fell. Let's go with them. Okay. The first affirmation is, my body is healthy and my mind is calm. And the second affirmation is, I am always safe and divinely protected and guided. That's beautiful, because you are always safe. Even if you're trying to move on, you're always safe. You're divinely protected. You are a child of God, and you will be able to move on. And so we come to the end of the reading. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope you found the answers that you were looking for. And if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Drop in a comment about which part of the video most resonated with you. And do hit that subscribe button for more such videos. Until next time, love and light. Take care. Namaste.